What's up, everyone? It's Corey from the OverLook, where we go over the books you may have overlooked. All I really can say is, thanks for sticking with me, everyone. A very chaotic couple of years, to say the least. But we're back with the finale of Superior Spider-Man, the series that convinced me to start actually buying comics back in the early 2010s. Feels like it's been a pretty wild ride. But before we get started, number one, find me on the Grand Line Gazette, where we talk about One Piece every damn day. And two, shout out to Roger. Anna Maria Marconi is currently being held captive by the Goblin King. They stand atop a skyscraper in Manhattan. The king gently pulls off Anna Maria's blindfold and reveals to her the destruction and devastation below. He is dying to know what she thinks of the view.
See?
He asks her.
You're not in my dungeon anymore, princess. You're up in the tower now. Takes your breath away, doesn't it? The Goblin Underground is no more. Look upon my new kingdom. New York has fallen. Behold, my Goblin Nation.
Within Parker Industries, the newly restored Peter Parker is confronted by a co-worker. Sajani Jaffrey stands there, arms crossed, wondering exactly why Spider-Man showed up now, just so he could change his clothes. Before Peter could come up with a believable excuse, Carly Cooper interrupts. The injection worked, she tells them. Your friend, Peter Parker, used my blood to synthesize a cure. Peter, unaware of Otto's previous actions, gasps. You have a way to neutralize goblin serum? Can you make more? Fast? 2 or 3 doses. But curing doesn't sound like you, Sajani responds. Sure you wouldn't rather shoot them in the face? Or beat them half to death on webcam? Peter smirks under his mask. Guess I'm feeling like a new man. He grabs Carly's arm and rushes her into the next room. Let's leave Miss Jaffrey to her work, he says in his best Superior Spider-Man voice. As soon as the door closes, Peter pulls off his mask and reveals to Carly that he is the one true Peter Parker. That he got his body back from Otto. He begins to explain from the beginning, when he first swapped bodies with Octavius and he tried to convince Carly on what happened, but she didn't believe him before. That's when Carly tells him that she already figured everything out. Unfortunately, for the two of them, there are more pressing matters. How did the Goblin King get so powerful so quickly? Carly points to the spider bots scattered on the work desk. You, Otto, covered this city with spider bots and mini bots looking for crime. But the Goblin hacked them, made them blind to anyone with a goblin mask or logo. The conversation ends, and Peter zips away. This is bad. But he knows he can handle it. After what he just came back from, he feels like he can handle anything. But first, there's something he has to do. Something Otto would have considered unimportant. But there's nothing more important. Not in the whole world. Peter has to hear her voice and know she's okay. He taps his Bluetooth and says, Secure line. Call Aunt May. Elsewhere, Mayor Jameson trashes his office in frustration.
I'm ruined, he yells. Spider Slayers! My Spider Slayers! Attacking police! Wearing my face! There's no coming back from this. And I have no one to blame but myself. Except those charlatans at Alchemax. They designed those robots. At least they'll go down with me. No company can put a positive spin on such a debacle.
Meanwhile, across the city, Ty Stone watches all the destruction from his Spider Slayers from the comfort of his lab. He live streams the broadcast to those wealthy enough to be in the know. These Slayers may have been hacked by the Goblin King, but he can always make more, and there's still room to capitalize. Bidding, he tells the viewers, starts at 12 million per unit. Back at Empire State University, Spider-Man 2099 stands atop the broken Spider Slayers. Think that's all of them, he huffs. Not quite. Spider-Man charges in and rams the last standing Slayer into the wall before it can get the drop on the hero. Miguel O'Hara? What are you doing in this time? Spider-Man 2099 rushes Spider-Man and grabs him by the throat before sinking his claws into Spider-Man's skin. You left me to fight all those shocking robots so you could change costumes? Did you even try to save that girl? Wait! Spider-Man holds up his hands in defense. I was brain swapped with Doc Ock, so I don't know what's been happening. But I'm off to fight the Green Goblin, and I could really use some help, old buddy, old pal. As the two Spider-Men zip across Midtown, they run into the Avengers and the Wraith, battling against the Goblin Knight and a swarm of Spider Slayers. Iron Man calls for backup. It seems he and Thor have their hands tied. Suddenly, a loud screech pierces the air, causing the majority of the heroes to fall to their knees. Not happening, Stark! The Goblin Knight cries. All of these other heroes are a joke! A joke barely worth my sonic laugh! Too bad that doesn't work on everyone, Spider-Man snaps, kicking the Knight in the face. Hobgoblin, right? New outfit, same glass jaw. The Goblin Knight curses Spider-Man and his special little earpieces and gives the hero an ultimatum. He can either save Anna Maria or he can chase him. The Knight flutters away, but not before warning Spider-Man. Just remember, when the Goblin King gets bored, he gets creative. Spider-Man 2099 wants to go after the Fiend, but Spider-Man tells him he just triangulated the signal guiding the robots, and it's coming from Oscorp. Before they can leave, Captain America spots the two, stating that the help was more than welcome, but he thought Spider-Man quit the team. I did? Like that's even possible? Spider-Man chuckles softly. Cap, you know what they say. Once an Avenger... hold the fort. We Spider guys are off to shut this down at the source. The two swing away, and Black Widow asks the captain, 2 of them now? At least one sounds right for a change. We'll figure it out later, he responds, when we've taken back the city. The Spider-Men approach Oscorp Tower. Peter, shocked, reads off the letters on the side of the building. Alchemax? What happened to Oscorp? It merged with Allen Chemical months ago, Miguel tells him. This is the beginning of the megacorp that runs Nuevo York in my time. You vid what that means, don't you? We can't stop them. They just get bigger until they... One thing at a time. We shut off the robots, we stop Osborn, and we save the hostage. You sound pretty sure of yourself. Trust me, when it comes to stuff like this, I have a 6.
Tag! You're it!
Menace swoops in out of nowhere and tackles Spider-Man 2099 from behind with her goblin glider, sending him crashing through the window of the Alchemex building.
Ooh, I bet that hurt. I'm so happy you're here. The Goblin King would never forgive me if I killed Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2099 hits the ground. His momentum causes him to roll in the broken glass once he does. Menace uses this opportunity to jump on top of the hero and begins to strangle him.
But luckily he brought a spare. And I know from experience that your friend cares more about the Goblin King than your worthless life. Too bad. So sad.
Spider-Man sneaks behind Menace and punches her square in the back of the head. You want to talk sad, Menace? That helmet. Your hair. Dazed, she releases Spider-Man 2099.
Not fair,
she mumbles.
2 against 1.
Yeah? Let's see if I can increase those odds. 2 spiders against 1 ex-goblin. Spider-Man grabs the syringe filled with the cure and injects Menace in her neck. Instantly, it starts to take effect, transforming her to her normal self. Spider-Man webs Menace up and runs to help Spider-Man 2099 off the floor. However, before he can say anything, the two hear a high-pitched noise from down the hall. You hear laughter? Spider-Man 2099 asks, attempting to make sure that he doesn't have a concussion. Yeah, from in there. Spider-Man points to the office of Liz Allen. And with goblins, laughing's never good. And this just might be the creepiest I've ever heard. As the two open the double doors of the office, they see Normie Osborn sitting in the chair behind the desk, waiting for them.
He. All for me. This has all been for me, because I'm so special,
Normie tells them. At that moment, Liz Allen and Ty Stone storm into the room from an alternate doorway.
Normie? Thank God, there you are.
And Spider-Men, even better, there's no time. We have to get out fast. I saw the camera feed on the roof. It's wired to explode. Tiberius Stone? Spider-Man interrupts, shocked. Liz, you can't trust. Spider-Man 2099 then cuts off Spider-Man. The signal controlling the Spider Slayers originates here. We have to get clear, Liz reaffirms while helping Normie get out the chair. All of us. Ty Stone, however, sees this as his opportunity to land a sneak attack on the wall crawler and activates his hidden device that scrambles Peter's spider signal. Peter's brain begins to sear as he doubles over in pain. Ty stands there, victorious, but before he can see it coming, Miguel punches him across the jaw, rendering him unconscious and causing him to drop the device to the ground. Maybe I can't save the future, Miguel says, looking down at Ty. But holy shock, that felt good. Liz kneels over and examines the device. A jammer clearly made to hurt Spider-Man. Elsie Stone answers for this. She turns her focus to Peter. The Green Goblin's up there with explosives, and he's determined to use them. You have no idea what that lunatic's been forcing me and Alchemax to do. Miguel grabs Ty and Menace onto each of his shoulders and motions for Liz and Normie to come with him. You're pretty beat up, he tells Peter flatly. I'm good, Peter shoots back as he starts for the open window. My head's clear now. Trust me, it's clearer than it's been in ages. I'm going after the goblin. And the girl. That's what I do. When Peter makes it to the top of Alchemax, he scans the area to find there are pumpkin bombs spread everywhere in a wild cable network from one central point to every corner of the roof of the building. And tied to that central point, he finds Anna Maria. Above him, the sound of a roaring jet engine slowly getting drowned out by laughter.
And here he is at last, the hero of our little drama. Just in time for the thrilling climax. But wait, there's a twist. The hero isn't one at all. In fact, he never was. Really, Otto, you're just embarrassing yourself with this charade. Granted, you were never on my level, but being a bad guy suited you. Saving the little lady is your last remaining achievement as Spider-Man. When it all goes boom, you'll have nothing left.
Except the dignity of knowing I never carried a man purse, Peter shoots back. The laughter stops as the goblin beams down at the hero.
It's you!
He hisses. Peter prepares himself for the attack and responds, the one and only.